All right, happy Saturday, everyone. It is OC Steve coming at you once again with some more New Japan related news. This is going to be pretty much me breaking down night 4 of the G1 tournament, which happened on Thursday. I've said it before, it's really challenging to try to watch these events live living stateside, so just packing in these interviews or reviews for that matter when I can. So with that being said, there are going to be spoilers. So if you've not watched night 4, go check it out on New Japan World. Come on back and enjoy and participate in the conversation. So the first match of the night was Hiroki Goto and Sonata of LIJ going at it. This was a really good match. Sonata kept on trying to apply many submissions as much as he possibly can. Goto was constantly countering them using very solid, strong moves. This was a great pairing. I really enjoyed this match. There was a lot of give and take. There wasn't really a heel or a face. It was just so much a really solid, strong style match. Goto ended up picking the win around the 11-minute mark with his signature move, the GTR. Now, the next match, by my personal opinion, was one of my favorites of night 4. It was Toru Yano, the current king of pro wrestling in New Japan sports, taking on the ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi. So, Yano was pulling all his stops out. He tried to do the same count-out thing that he did with Sonata a couple nights ago. That didn't work. They were going in, out of the ring. Yano was telling him to come here. Tanahashi was saying, get in the ring and face me. He was pulling off all his antics, trying to take off the barricade and try to approach Tanahashi and hit him with it. Tanahashi grabbed it, played it like a guitar, just taking the piss out of anything that Yano was trying to do. It went outside of the ring. Yano was trying to get some tape again, but that backfired because Tanahashi took the tape, blinding Yano. Yano was running around the outside of the ring, almost got counted out himself, but was distracting the ref long enough for the ref didn't see it, but then hit him with a low blow to get the 3 count again. So right now, if you can begin to imagine, Yano is up 2 wins in the B block of the G1 tournament. Who would have thought that? I don't know. This might be Yano's year. Who knows? Yano shrug. So the next match of the night was between Juice Robinson and the man known as Kenta, the current competitor to be for the United States heavyweight belt whenever Jon Moxley decides to come back or not, or if they advocate that title. I mentioned that in a previous video. This was a great, solid strike match between Juice and Kenta. They were pulling out all the stops. Complete strong game left and right. Kenta, for the most part, was dominating the match, and then out of nowhere, Juice pulled off a win. There's a great post-match interview with Kenta where he talked about how both of their careers kind of went into the middle of the eye of the storm when they were in a previous promotion, meaning NXT, where Juice was CJ Parker and Kenta was Hideo Itami. They just didn't get anywhere. They weren't going anywhere, but then they both moved back over here to New Japan to recreate himself. So it was a nice nod. It was a nice tip of the hat from Kenta, recognizing that Juice has really worked on himself, even though Kenta's still a heel, but it was nice in that post-match interview, which you can find on YouTube, for him just to compliment that Juice is progressing in his career. So that's up 2 for Juice. Kenta has a 1 win and 1 loss, but there's still 7 more matches to go. So, Juice picked off the win about the 17-minute mark with his Unprettier, a.k.a. the Pulp Friction. So then the next match of the night was another surprising match. I would say this is probably, in my mind, the second best match of the night, which was between YOSHI-HASHI and the newest member of Bullet Club, Evil. Evil was pulling out all the stops. He was getting help from the spoiler Dick Togo to try to interfere, but this was just one of those great matches. I would have never anticipated. YOSHI-HASHI came ready for this match. He was intense. He was strong. He was doing everything. This was a different kind of YOSHI-HASHI that we've seen in 2020. He's one of the few people that's actually come back. In the past, YOSHI-HASHI for countless years has suffered injuries and had to miss G1 tournaments or several tournaments, so it's great to see him come back, eat his Wheaties, compete with Evil, really give him every little bit of ounce of energy, real strong fighting spirit from YOSHI-HASHI, but ultimately it was not enough with Evil using Darkness Falls, or Evil as he's calling it now, to get the win. So that is 2 losses now for YOSHI-HASHI. Evil is up 1-1 with 2 points in the tournament. And then the main event of the night was the current dual champion, Tetsuya Naito, taking on, from Suzuki-gun, Zack Sabre Jr., a.k.a. ZSJ. This was a great match. Solid from ZSJ. You obviously get the best in technical wrestling when you watch Zack Sabre Jr. Naito was using everything in his wheelhouse and experience from working with luchadors and CMLL to counter a lot of Zack's moves. He tried to go for the Destino a couple times, but it just couldn't fully connect. Zack was just wiggling out, bending Naito like a pretzel, but ultimately around literally the 28-minute, 28-second mark, Naito was able to pick up a win and use Destino. So now Naito's current record right now is he has 4 points, ZSJ has 2 points, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. We're only week 1 into a 4-week tournament. So we'll see how everybody progresses. This is just the feeling out period, if you will, during the G1 tournament. So that's the news for now. Obviously, tonight or Sunday early morning, for that matter, we will have Night 5 from the A block. Looking forward to watching that. Also looking forward to having a great conversation doing this kind of G1 New Japan Wrestling Weekly Roundup right now with my good friend Dave. He's a fellow New Japan fan, so it'll be great to exchange that conversation and talk about what we're enjoying in the G1, kind of future casting into our respective crystal balls on who we think is going to win the A block, the B block, and who's going to win it overall. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Just a quick synopsis of Night 4. What are you enjoying in the B block? What were the matches that you enjoyed this night? And who do you think is ultimately going to win the B block to take on the A block finalist? Those are the questions. Please keep the discussion going in the comments below. As I've mentioned before, this is a labor of love. I just enjoy New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I want to get it out there. I want it to, that kind of cultural stigma about it being hard to understand. Start watching the matches, the rest will follow. The rest, it's just a domino effect. I get the names are a little funky. I get the factions, the looks, the presentation. Some of the characters like Tai Chi are a little bit of a hard pill to swallow, but once you start watching this program, you're watching some of the best comedic wrestling. You're watching some of the best wrestling told in the ring. No extra watching a YouTube channel to gain content, to understand a storyline, not watching a YouTube show to get what's going to go on Wednesday night that's going to ultimately lead to the pay-per-view. Everything you need to know is on New Japan World. It's been around since 1972 for a reason. It's quality over quantity. So I really hope you get a chance to check it out. The G1 is the best time of the year as a jumping off point to start following New Japan. So if you like what I have to say, you like the channel, please subscribe. Please share the video with your fellow New Japan fans. Let's keep the discussion going. Let's keep New Japan relevant in the wrestling scene and in pop culture for that matter. So, as always, enjoy wrestling. Have a good weekend. Spend time with your folks and your family and friends and loved ones. And always remember, when you do everything, just keep it too sweet.